Political pundits start getting fired up in a response to the GameStop stock rage. We look into this on January 29th, not so news. Yesterday, we looked into how GameStop stock surged as a result of hedge funds overshortening. Mostly coming from a subreddit known as Wall Street Bets, with users that use the free stock trading services from Robinhood. Robinhood obviously comes from the figure who stole from the rich for the common man. However, the service restricted trading on the app for reasons that seem to go against their name. Reuters reports in the following article on Robinhood CEO says limited trade to protect firm and customers. In the article, they say the app, popular with young investors for its simplicity, has been the heart of day trading media, as followed calls on social media to buy stocks heavily shorted by hedge funds. The restrictions allowed customers to sell but not buy. We absolutely did not do this at the direction of any market maker or hedge fund. The reasons we did this because Robinhood, as a brokerage firm, we have lots of financial requirements. Ted said on CNBC. In order to protect the firm and protect our customers, we had to limit buying of these stocks, he said, adding it was a difficult decision. The company had earlier announced the restrictions and raised margin requirements in a blog post, which said limited buying would be available on Friday. The move has drawn the ire of angry customers and even politicians. So, the actions done by Robinhood here are potentially illegal, as they are, allowing customers to sell and not buy the stocks, which is only results in the stock price lowering. These actions ended up getting into a Twitter feud between AOC and Ted Cruz, who actually both agree with the calls for, looking into what Robinhood's doing. AOC tweets on the following as a response to a Robinhood tweet that users are unable to trade their stocks. She says, "This is unacceptable. We now need to know more about Robinhood's decision to block retail investors from purchasing stock while hedge funds are freely able to trade the stock as they see fit. As a member of the Financial Services Committee, I support a hearing if necessary. Inquiries into freezes should not be limited solely to Robinhood. This is a serious matter. Committee investigators should examine any retail services freezing stock purchases in the course of potential investigators, especially those allowing sales but freezing purchases." Ted Cruz responded to this by saying, "Fully agree. This is notable because Ted Cruz, is very Republican, very right-wing. AOC is very left-wing and votes with the Democrat caucus." As a response, however, AOC responds, "I'm very happy to work with Republicans on the issue where there's common ground, but you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago, so you can sit this one out. Happy to work with almost any other GOP that aren't trying to get me killed. In the meantime, if you want to help, you can resign." This Twitter attack got responses from Representative Chip Roy of Texas, who demanded that AOC apologize for the comments she made. From the Hill, we have the following report. In a letter addressed to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Roy said that it has come to his attention that the interaction between Cruz and AOC had taken place. It has come to my attention that Representative AOC sent out a tweet a few hours ago in which she accused Senator Ted Cruz in essence of attempted murder. Roy, who previously served as Cruz's chief of staff, wrote, "As a member of this body who disagreed with objections to the electors and who has expressed publicly my concern with the events leading to January 6th, it is completely unacceptable behavior for a member of Congress to make this kind of scurrilous charge against another member of the House or Senate for simply engaging in speech and debate regarding electors as they interpreted the Constitution," he continued. "I ask you to call for immediate apology and retract her comments." This goes back to a claim that was initially done by the, I believe it was the Justice Department, that was then taken back. CNN reports the following: U.S. takes back its assertion that Capitol rioters wanted to capture and assassinate officials. They report Justice Department prosecutors have formally walked back their assertion in court filing that the Capitol rioters sought to capture and assassinate elected officials. A federal prosecutor in Arizona asked a judge in a hearing on Friday to strike the line in a recent court filing about defendant Jacob Chansley, the man who appears to have led some of the crowd in the first wave of the Capitol with a bullhorn while carrying a spear and wearing a fur headdress. He's also known as the QAnon shaman. The entire line of prosecutors want to omit from their court filing is strong evidence, including Chansley's own words and actions at the Capitol, supports that he intent on the Capitol rioters was to capture and assassinate elected officials in the United States government. The stunning move comes few hours after The Michael Sherwin, the acting U.S. attorney in Washington, D.C., said at the press conference there was no direct evidence of kill and capture turns at this time in the siege of the Capitol building. I think this gets, I understand where AOC is coming from this. She felt threatened during the attack, and she has every right to do so. At the same time, she also has every right to disagree with Cruz's objections, as well as Cruz has the right to make those objections then. However, this language that AOC is using on itself is also is on track to incite violence itself. At this point, I hope both members of Congress find a position to, forgive each other and move on. At this point, it seems they're both in the wrong. And, this isn't what people want focus on. People want focus on things like the Robinhood stuff. And that's why we're moving back to that story as well. Look at that segue. So from Game Rant, we have a report that Google deletes thousands of negative Robinhood reviews to save it from 1-star rating. So as a result of Robinhood's practice of stopping the trading of shares of GameStop and other, the other companies that were being heavily shorted, a lot of users were going on to app stores and giving it a 1-star review. We see the following reported. However, as Redditors and other onlookers retaliated against Robinhood by review bombing the app on the Google Play Store, Google rushed in to halt the quick ratings decline. The tech conglomerate used a tactic that many critic aggregating websites have used before to keep knee-jerk reactions from affecting the state of a product before, effectively saving Robinhood from consequences of the GameStop trading freeze. This exact tactic used simply required Google to find a number of new ratings that marked Robinhood at 1-star, the lowest available on the Play Store, and remove them. It's a strategy that websites like Metacritic have used before in order to keep the effects of online outrage organized by players who may have never played a game from affecting a review score without having actually been able to form a real opinion on their own. In the case of the recent review bombing of Robinhood, the situation is a little more complicated. On one part, because Google had to remove almost 100,000 negative reviews in order to salvage the app's rating from a 1-star to a 4-star. This just kind of goes back to what we've been, really seeing with all of this is we see almost a monopolistic approach here of a bunch of tech companies that are all working together to protect each other. We see Robinhood, who's now protecting the hedge firms. We see Google protecting the hedge firms, and really we even see two Congress people that are fighting each other instead of fighting the tech firms. I'm not saying AOC and Cruz are part of this, but their actions seem to be leading that they don't actually want to deal with the real issue. A result of the Reddit craze with GameStop has caused another meme to begin, or meme to prop up. CNBC reports Reddit frenzy pumps up Dodgecoin, a cryptocurrency started as a joke by over 800%. They report Dodgecoin, a digital coin originally founded as a joke, has soared over 800% after a Reddit board talked about making it the cryptocurrency equivalent of GameStop. The price of Dodgecoin started at a little bit over 7 cents around 12:01 p.m. Singapore, up over 800% from 24 hours before, according to CoinGecko. It was not far off from its 24-hour high of 7.25 cents earlier in the day. Dogecoin was created in 2013 based on the popular Doge meme at the time, which involved a Shiba Inu dog. The logo of Dogecoin is a Shiba. It was initially started as a joke, but has since found a community. While it has taken a backseat to larger cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and other in recent years, its resurgence in the last few days has been down to enthusiasm from a Reddit group called Stoshi Street Bets. Like the group Wall Street Bets, which was behind GameStop, Stoshi Street Bets is looking to pump up cryptocurrencies. Stoshi is the name of a mysterious founder or group of people who developed Bitcoin. I'm not giving anyone recommendations on investing in any particular cryptocurrencies. At this point, I'm not invested in any. I don't think they're really the future of currency because they're all backed by the dollar. But there is potential for them in the future. Just saying, I'm not giving investment advice or anything. Any cryptocurrency at the end of the day is investment, and should be treated like so. Finally, CNBC also reports on almost a conclusion to the GameStop. I'm sure this will continue in the next coming weeks. But GameStop surges 100% in the pre-market as some trading restrictions lifted And we see the following story. In a statement late Thursday allowing limited buys of the stocks, Robinhood said, "We'll continue to monitor the situation and make adjustments as needed." GameStop shares shot up 103% to trade at $393 in pre-market trading after closing down 44% to $193.60 during regular hours Thursday. The stock's high for the week is $483. Robinhood said its earlier decision to restrict trading, which angered many users, was necessary in order to comply with capital requirements mandated by the SEC for broker-dealers. This rise in the stock is expected. We kind of expected there to be this continued push, but the real question here is how long will it take for GameStop to hit the bubble before the stock falls, and who will be the last one to own the shares that pay the price? At this point, in my opinion, it is too late to get involved in GameStop stocks, and it's really just a matter of time for the bubble to burst. But thank you for joining on the January 29th Nuts News. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and have a good one.